At first, I thought she was nervous. So the guy who just popped his balloon, I consider him a pookie because in my book, anybody who has a baby mama and then wants to go and create some more children with other women instead of the one woman they created children with, I put you in pookie category. Anyway, with this bastard Hoochie single mother, meaning ratchet single mother, I said that it seemed like she was nervous, but I realized that she's tweaking. She is a tweaker. Not only does she have poor choices in men, but she also has a bad habit of gambling. What a perfect combination. So she's prone to having a lot of bad decisions, and she's used to doing bad decisions. The thing is with single mothers, their bad choices are so ingrained in them that they don't think anything's wrong with their choices or wrong with what they're doing or wrong with them. Yeah, you're gonna have to be working. You got two bastard children, 8 hour, 10 hour shift. You're gonna have to keep that roof over their head and food in their mouth. So yeah, I don't know how you're gonna have free time unless you don't really be watching your children or monitoring what's going on in their life. Then that means you also have bad parenting as well, which is code for I haven't been dating anybody seriously, but I have been sexually active for over 3 years. Most men, we know this situation, especially if you're attractive. We know damn well you're out there being sexually active, and you're soon gonna see what I mean. I'm gonna show you a little bit later at the end. But this also gives off the vibe of she doesn't pay attention, and that means if she doesn't really pay attention, she ain't really listening. That means her communication skills with whomever she's with is horrible as well, because then she's going to constantly be floating off or tweaking or thinking about everything but what is being said. She's the type where you say something to her, you're going to have to repeat yourself several times just for her to then finally listen. And then when she supposedly finally listens, she's going to turn around and then forget everything you just said and said, why are you not communicating with me? And you have that look on your face like, bitch, I just told you several times. You started tweaking on me or started not listening, and now you're complaining that I'm not communicating. You lack listening skills, which is also important in communication. This is another reason why I say men should even be stepfathers, because you end up veering into one of these territories, and one of these issues end up happening along the lines. This is just one reason why I say don't get with single mothers. One, you have no control over the child because you are not the biological parent, and even internally you know that you're not the biological parent, so you know there's limits in which you can do for this child that even the mother will be hesitant about you doing. And even if that mother will give you full reign, you still are somewhat hesitant because this is not your seed. This is not something that came from your ball sack. I'm going to give you another thought. You're basically, for those stepdads out there, you're basically raising somebody else's nut that came out of their ball sack. Yeah, I'm going to drive this hard. Think of it even more like this. There's a man who then jerks off nuts and decides to just leave. And you come along, you see some nut on the ground, nut on the table, and you decide that you gonna pick it up, pet it, take care of it, and keep it alive. That's basically what you're doing. You're putting their nut in the bag and you're holding on to it like it's a trinket. That's what you're doing as a stepfather, because it's not your own semen, it's somebody else's. But anyway, why I'm saying this, because she said two-parent household, and so I'm like, was it this type of situation? Now, if you wonder why I showed that, if you looked at the ending where it showed the parents, the one dude, he was the stepfather, and for the most part, when you heard the daughter, she was saying, what is my mom gonna think about this? Because that is her biological parent. She can give two fucks what the father was gonna say, because that's not her parent. And in his case, he was like, well, I can't really do much. And one, this is not my daughter. So it wasn't my genetics that I let end up becoming this type of, having this type of issue or problem. So she was smart in how she worded the communication part. She said, effectively communicate with me. And like I put in that example, that she sucks at communication, because communication requires listening as well and comprehending. Those are two things she's not really good at or doesn't have. So she said it, effectively communicate with me. You're going to get irritated with her constantly not listening and comprehending with you. You already know what it feels like with people who you just are friends with or talk to, or have family members who display these characteristics of not listening or not comprehending, and you having to repeat yourself over and over. Even children are a prime example of this. But the only thing is, you're able to tolerate your children because they are your seed. For men, they are what came out of your nutsack. So this is your genetic code. For women, these are things that you got from a man ball sack, and you raised with inside your body to give a physical form. So these are things that came from you. So you're willing to tolerate and work with someone who is displaying these characteristics of not listening and not comprehending what you're saying. It's always funny how these women who are single choose the wrong men, then become single mothers, and now realize that I should have been looking for a man who is wanting to sustain a family, wanting to with be in a family with me. And now they're starting to look for those type of men. But it's like, you look at the situation for these single mothers, and you're like, now you want to make the right choice. Well, it's kind of messed. Now it's kind of messed up on your side, because then for a man who doesn't have children, or a man who does have children, now they're entering in a situation where you already got a family. So Why do you want me to give my resources, my time, myself to your already pre-made family? It's not my family. It's your family. So you want me to allocate my resources, become a bank, become a mentor to your bastard children? A lot of dude is gonna like this. I enjoyed it myself, but this is why I put her in the category where she's just that smash and pass, that hit it and quit it, that short term relationship, that casual sex relationship type of girl. So as we see here, she is a very attractive female, body wise and face wise. But even in this little, I went on her Instagram, she called herself a hoochie, which that means she is a ratchet chick. She called herself a Hoochie Mama. And by all means, this is not a woman who gives a fuck about her own children, because guess what? This is now plastered on the internet, her social media. That means her kids are gonna get possibly teased or picked on because their parent is being shown, their mother is being shown to them in a sexual manner, sexual light. And kids are now going up saying, hey, I just jerked off to your mother, or you get those situations where kids are then it, I'm if y'all want me, like I said, the whole son husband, there's a reason why son husband became a term, because a lot of black females are actually fucking some of their sons. Some of these black females are out here literally having sex with their children. And if y'all want me, I will start posting these situations. If y'all are in the comment section, you either comment saying, hey, I want to see it. I want you to start posting it. Put I want to see it. And I'm going to start posting various cases out there of black females having sex, having relationships with their own child. But anyway, back to her. These photos display how she doesn't give a fuck about her child, and if they're gonna care about, if they're gonna be concerned about their mother being objectified or looked at in this light. It reminds me of this, and I'm gonna do a plug on this, of this child and what happened to them when their mother went through a situation with some Mexican dude who objectified his mother or had some type of interaction that was not warranted by the child of this bastard single mother. Thus, this is why I say situations like this will end up occurring for those children who are with this bastard single mother. Is the child will grow up and have these type of situations where they're feeling embarrassed, they're feeling like they need to protect their mother from her own ratchet like ways, because they don't want to see their mom in this type of light. So all these fucking bastard single mothers who are having children and then still continuing after that being ratchet and hoes and have it all displayed on the internet, which will never go away, this is what you're doing to your children. You're doing so much more as well. Not only just this, but this is why I say black females don't give a fuck. And you look at that, this Mexican dude didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. And like I said, most of these other races, they don't give a fuck about black children, especially black boys who become black men. All these races have been always gunning for black men. Now, if we look at a lot of her photos, like, yeah, she is one of those mixed breeds. Definitely. I think she's mixed with either some type of white, because it looks like it's, like I said, you can tell sometimes you can tell which group that whoever black decided to mix their genetics out with. You can tell based off their look. Sometimes it's hard, but sometimes you can tell. But she's one of those mixed breeds, and she's one of those hood rat mixed breeds who don't give a fuck. So you wonder why you still a single mother and you ain't got nobody? Well, one, because you're a single mother, and two, because look at what you are doing. Yes, we know you got an attractive body. Yes, people know you look good. But if somebody's gonna get with you, do they want you to be this way? You've already displayed you got horrible qualities. Now it's time to work on yourself. Meaning it's time to throw out the ratchet and hoochie personality and ways about you for the child's sake. And if you want to get a man who want to take on that baggage that you got, take on a leftover that you are, you're gonna have to start cleaning up and being someone that man wants. And in your case, that means you're gonna have to find a man who wants you, and when that man decides that he wants to be with you and take on your bastard children and you need to find out everything that man likes. Is he reserved? Is he more out there? How he likes his women to be? You need to find out everything and start to mold yourself to become what he really wants in a woman, and be that genuinely. And that means getting rid of whatever old self of you that you were, if you want to have a man to be there for you and your bastard children, and be ready to give him children as well if that's what he wants. So you got to be ready to give him everything he wants in order to help your situation. So why I haven't been really keeping up with Pop My Balloon show, I noticed it's a few things. I noticed that one, that episode where she had a bunch of baby mamas on there on the lineup, that was the beginning of her experimentation of her Pop My Balloon show. She didn't want to change the formula because it seems like a lot of people are interested in the formula, but she did want to kind of tweak the formula by experimenting with the people that she put on and what lineup of people she put on. And you'll notice that after the baby mama edition, she started to do that experimentation with still keeping the main formula that, garnered views. Second is the one episode that she had the whole new music thing too. I mean, now, cool, but I'm gonna put a separate video for that. third reason is because, one, the direction in which I see her going in with this show is starting to teeter off of what I originally grew interest in it. And I kind of explained my interest in either episode 12 or 13 of my reaction or review or commentary of it. And episode 19 is the one episode that I'm starting to see her finally starting to lead away from what I originally grew interest about, why she was, or what I thought she was doing based off of all the other episodes prior. So if you're interested in more of my reviews on the Pop My Balloon show, then thumbs up this video, give me at least 10 likes to know that you are interested in hearing more of what I have to say on my thoughts of this Pop My Balloon show. I'm probably going to do one more episode review, and then from there I'm probably not going to do any reactions or, well, reactions on the show, because either I'm seeing that you're not really interested in what I got to say about what's going on in the show. So I mean, what's the point of continuing to do it? I can just talk to myself or talk to somebody about what I saw on the show, or just simply go in that comment section and do what y'all doing and comment about whatever I saw. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna do one more episode or two more episodes, and then after that I'm probably not gonna do any more reactions unless y'all want to see more. Like I said, give me 10 thumbs up, and I'll note that you want to see more from me on the episodes. I know I'm repeating myself, but yeah, that's about it.
I've said in person, there's way less black men that are interested in me.
I personally feel like black women are at the bottom of the barrel. Like, nobody wants black women. Like, nobody desires black women. They basically think we're trash.
Well, I want you.
Scratch that. Let me be specific. There's way less attractive, successful, eligible black men on dating apps and in person that ask me out on dates.
It makes you feel like you're just not wanted.
There are way more unattractive black men and just hood niggas who are interested in black women.